Alrighty guys, you ready? Me too. Welcome back to Planet Coaster 2 and Silver Dollar City, which we haven't worked on in ages because of all the stuff I've been going through. Still trying to get back into it, slowly but surely. But we haven't been streaming a ton. We have streamed here and there, and we have had a couple videos here and there, but yeah, I've been dealing with, a lot of you probably already know, I've been dealing with a lot of illnesses and such like that, still trying to overcome these, and I've had this really awful cough for multiple months, and can't get rid of it. Right on cue. Today it's actually been pretty light, though. My cough's actually been very light. If hardly at all. Like, I've hardly had a cough today, so I know it's going to rev up now that I'm going to be talking a ton, probably, so you're just going to have to bear with it. And this is my first time using my new keyboard that my wife just got me for Christmas, so really cool. It's wireless, too, which is pretty awesome, and it's a lot smaller. It gives me more desk space, which is awesome. But thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Again, I apologize in advance for the cough. It's gonna happen. I got some water with me. I might try and get some cough drops if I need them. We're gonna try and get through all that. I guess I'm just gonna spill my water everywhere. That's great. Actually, let me put my water in my cup holder to get started. Oops. Oh, that's not it. But yeah, I've taken a big break. Overall, I've just kind of been creative blocked due to all my the illnesses I had, and still fighting it, by the way. Still technically fighting it, and just trying to get through this month. And I don't know if it's the cold that affects it so bad. I'm not entirely sure. But my cough is, like, really bad. I actually threw up the other day because of how hard, like, just the force of my cough just made me, like, throw up. It was really bad. And I have I do have coughing, or I have coughing fits that happens where I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You know, it's been really bad. So yeah, it's what I've been dealing with, and it's really gotten me out of the coaster community a lot, and I just haven't really cared all that much, so I really want to try and get back into it, but I don't know. I've been frustrated and just in a way, kind of just always been in a bad mood lately because of it, so, and all that fun stuff, so, it's been a rough time. If I contact a doctor and then they tell me that it's nothing, and then they do nothing and then charge me hundreds of dollars, no. I'm not one that will go to the doctor for stuff unless I'm, like, actually dying, because, like, they're not gonna do anything. It's just a waste of money. They'll just determine that I know how it goes. They're not gonna do anything. And then I gotta pay hundreds of dollars on stuff. Even with insurance. I know how it works. I don't know. I think it's like a seasonal thing. Because anytime I do get this kind of sick during this time of year, like, I get a really bad cough, and the cough lasts for months. And it's been a thing, like, for a while, you know, and I can't get rid of it, so, I don't know. I don't know, it always happens about the same time of year, too, so that's the thing. So when it starts to get colder outside, and such, that's when it really kind of kicks up, so. But and it's just like I'll have these coughing fits just out of nowhere, and I can't even, like, talk, and it's just like, it's just so frustrating, and it just adds a little bit of slight depression too, because like yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. By the time I get to Wildfire and Powder Keg, I'll probably it will probably already be announced, and we'll know what it is. So I don't think that'll be any problem. I know we've been working on these kind of like prototype stuff for Powder Keg before we get to it. So I'm excited for that. Like the track moving up. I love this new keyboard though. It's very satisfying. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not, but maybe. The tapping on it is very satisfying. The clicking on it, very satisfying. It feels really good too. So I needed a new keyboard. My typing was awful because my spacebar would always add extra spaces for no reason, and it made me look like I couldn't type properly. I did ride the original Dragster, yes. I have not been on Top Thrill 2 though yet. So the first coaster we will get to, in case you haven't seen our plan throughout the series, is definitely going to be Wildfire. We're going to be going on this side first. So our time traveler trains. We're going to go around the park that way. We got Fire in the Hole. Audio's off because he just started. I love that they fixed the custom audio in Planet Coaster 2. It was an issue in Planet Coaster 1 as well. And they finally got it fixed in 2, where the audio doesn't get off. Are you gonna add a finished one when you finish it? Am I gonna add a finished one when I finish it? I'm very confused by that question, sorry. Yours goes super fast because you don't have the mods. That's why. Because if we go into the game here, you'll see that I'm using a drive tire launch. And I believe the mods allow us to go a lot slower. But you might go in and see if it's allowing you to adjust these pieces. And if it does, I have it set to 5 miles an hour and 20 feet on the acceleration rate. So, I actually think it changes throughout the ride depending on, because I changed it a little bit throughout the ride, because I needed to either go faster or slower to match up with the audio. But prefer the original Top Thrill, but Top Thrill 2 is elite. I didn't think that it was better than Steel Vengeance at this point, but I have Volcano the Blast Coaster. That's a good credit to have. I never did get Volcano. How do you get the mods? There is a Discord server called Coaster Sim Society, and they post all their mods in there, and it's under mod testing. I think you have to like apply, or no, like just like request to be part of the testing, because it's all testing mods. And then you get accepted immediately. It's not like you won't get accepted. And then once you get accepted, just go to testing announcements and then scroll through, and all the downloads will be in there, and you just download which ones you want. Oh, there's something new in here. What is this? Sky Studio Beta. Precise time of day control, remastered Dark Nights, and more. Ooh. See, and I forget to check it all the time. And they also have CTRs, which I haven't been able to get the new CTRs to work since the last update, so I don't have any CTRs right now. Which is like the Intamin Hot Racer, and there's the Vekoma one as well. So yeah. You have spawned. Well, welcome. Okay, now that I'm kind of warmed up here, maybe we can actually start getting some work done. I know you guys are probably been waiting very patiently for Phase 2 to get complete, which we have a good majority of it done. Today, I kind of want to work a little bit on the backstage area of Cave Road and the Host Lounge and such. We need to get that done. You can see these buildings are incomplete. And then we have, across the street, we have the blacksmith shop and blacksmith. We're going to go down to about Candygate, which is right here. Get down to the Candygate spot. Our floor plan here. So where's Candygate is right here. Right at Brown's Candy. And basically that's what we're going to go down to for this. And then we still need to build the Wilderness Church. Maybe we get started on that. And we'll stop at Hill Street. And we'll do a little bit of Midtown. Just a tiny bit of Midtown, and that will be Phase 2. So we're almost done. And I was on a roll for a while, trying to get the Phase 2 done here, so... And then next phase will be Hill Street. I know it's going to be famous last words, but I don't think Hill Street will be take too long. I have had the thoughts of doing a new floor plan with the updated Google Maps. Because you go to Google Maps today, it has like the new construction in there and everything. It's all updated. So maybe I'll consider getting a new floor plan in here for the updated. Let me actually get in Google Maps here. That way we can get our references up, since we do have obviously why can't I think of it? Street View. I'm glad we finally have Street View. But with the new updated floor plan, like there's less trees in the way too, because it's like a little bit of a better time of the year, like a later time in the year, where not all the trees are fully bloomed. So, and again, it does have the start of the construction that's been going on. So we can get a little bit more accurate on that, because we are going to be in that area pretty early on in the recreation, so... It's too far away. Hey, same thing for you, man. Like, I want to go over by you as well. Also, with the new floor plan, you get clear... Whoops. A clear view of... Outlaw Run's layout. Like, you see all the trees in the way here? The new one, they chopped down all the trees around it anyway, so... It's a lot easier to see. So yeah, I think maybe after this, by next time we do this again, I'll try and maybe have an updated floor plan. We'll see how that goes. Gotta remember how to do it though. And then I'll just try and line up with what we already have. Hopefully. Then we can throw out the old floor plan. I want to do Time Traveler, but I have done Ride to Happiness. Well, Ride to Happiness is a lot more insane, so I haven't, and I'm just the opposite. I've done Time Traveler, obviously, because I work at Sword Art City, so... I mean, I opened Time Traveler. I was the team lead there the first season it opened. And I'm still signed off there to this day. It is a fantastic ride, but I've heard that Ride to Happiness is better, so... Because Ride to Happiness doesn't use the spinning brake like Time Traveler does. Alright. Let's see if we can get Street View... Ooh, I don't think we have Street View of this backstage area, but... Oh, there is a little bit. I actually did go back there a little bit. Oh wait, well, not here. This is not the place that I dropped myself into. What is that? That's probably inaccurate. Yeah, because that's inside Brown's Candy. Yeah. Alright, so let me get my street view. I do have reference photos of this area on this backstage area, so because I knew there wouldn't probably be street view of it, so that's what we're gonna work with. And again, I am familiar with the backstage area also, so just gotta pull it up. Just gotta find it in my gallery. Might be a little bit further down here because it was a little bit since I took those photos. Alright, I see some references. Yeah, I still need to build that too. Might do that today if we have time. Knowing how I've been building lately, who knows? Alright, there we go. I found my reference photos of this backstage area. This is also where the host lounge is. And it should be fairly easy to build this. I just got to figure out where we're at here. Right here. And I'm going to build off of that based on what I'm looking at right now. So I think we can edit off of this building and hopefully... And I have to get used to my new keyboards. And I think we're going to build this here. Let's change the color to what the color is in real life, which is kind of like this. They just remodeled this area about a season ago. This backstage area, so it looks a lot better because they do have guests come through here once in a while during Christmas because they do open up this road during the busy time, like when there's a massive exit of people after the parade. They have people come in this way. That way there's not so much crowd in the entrance area. So we open up this road. It's called Cave Road. And they will have people that are coming in. They'll open up these gates. And they'll have guests come in. And when they come in, they'll come through the candy gate here. So they end up right here because so many people are exiting the park right here. So I think they should redo the entrance area and update it because it's very outdated in my opinion. It needs a massive update because it just can't handle the crowds. I wasn't built to handle the crowds that we currently get, so it wasn't built with the massive crowds that we get these days. So is it this texture or a different texture that I'm thinking of? I thought there was another one, but maybe I'm wrong. No, there is another one. No, there's not. That's just that. Okay. It is this one. Alright. This has a slightly, like an orangish red color to it. We'll add the details in a little bit, but you can see about what's going on here. I got this completely in the wrong spot, by the way. Let's change that. This is right here. Turned off the grid size. Right there. There we go. That's where it needs to be. I completely misplaced that. I was like, this is the overhang that I was looking at. Completely messed that up. This is like a little hallway, basically. Interesting. And go. Does this go all the way here? Is this that planter I'm seeing? I might have another angle that might help us out here. Maybe not. That might be the only picture I have. At least of that side. Hey, thanks for the follow on the workshop. I have been to Cedar Point, yes, multiple times. I have not gone since 2018, though. That was the last time I've been there. So I'm a little bit behind. Favorite coaster at Silver Dollar City? Outlaw Run, easily. That's where I started working. I started at Silver Dollar City when Outlaw Run opened. And I still work there, so... Alright, now there is going to be an elevation change here, so we're going to go ahead and do something about that. You don't have any RMCs near you? I know most of them are in the US, but... This is probably a little steeper than what it is in real life, but that's okay. Being a backstage area, I'm not too concerned if it's like insanely accurate. Probably around right there. It's in the Netherlands, gotcha. Well, I hope you get to ride one day. RMCs are fun rides. However, I do think RMC as a company is not great, so... They need a little bit of work on their coaster building. Fun fact, Outlaw Run had the most downtime this year at Silver Dollar City. More than Powder Keg, and I believe more than Mystic River Falls, and that's not a good title to have. That's actually insane. At least last I heard. I don't know if that's changed, but last I heard they had the most downtime. And I kind of believe it. It's been kind of a rough year for Outlaw maintenance wise. Very rough year for Outlaw maintenance. Kind of takes us a bit to the host lounge, and then we have employee security here. There's a security where we have to go through security. But I'm sure it'll get better, hopefully. I think Silver Dollar City is kind of a little blah on Outlaw Run right now. Just kind of like, my gosh, this ride. Okay, so Valley Road will start going down this way. Candy Gate's right there. Trying to get familiar. There's a little hill right here that leads up into Valley Road. 2023 Lightning Rod launch maintenance was horrible. Had to work on that thing a ton. I will say that every time I've been there, Lightning Rod has worked perfectly fine, even when it was the launch too. Maybe I'm just luck. I don't know. You know, just good luck. I don't actually know. But Lightning Rod always worked just fine when I was there. Again, maybe I'm just lucky. Really liking this new keyboard though. It is amazing. So this will connect with the restaurant on the backside. Outlaw Run is rough. It's not that rough. It really isn't. No enthusiast will always say it is, but it's really not that rough. If Outlaw Run's rough, then every wood coaster is rough. Every wood coaster in existence is rough if Outlaw Run's considered rough. Part of the maintenance team at Dollywood, sweet. You're lucky if the thing's open all day. Every time I was there, no issues. The chain has helped a ton. That might be, but it's not the same ride. Not the same ride. Like I said, RMC just sucks when it comes to building coasters. Do they build really fun coasters? Yes. Maintenance-wise, I think maintenance... I mean, you're maintenance of RMC. What do you think? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Same thing at Outlaw. We never even had a launch, but like we're the first of its kind, so it's pretty bad. I'm sure Lightning Rod's probably even amplified on top of that. Well, I'm sorry your mom doesn't like Outlaw Run. That's okay. Most parents don't. If it's not butter smooth, most older people don't like Outlaw Run because it's not butter. It's got to be butter for people to not call it rough. But honestly, it's realistically not that rough. I know people are gonna call it that, but I could ride it non-stop. It wouldn't bother me. Like, there are way, way rougher rides out there than Outlaw. It's not even close. Way rougher ones out there. I'm sure everyone liked Outlaw Run its opening season. It was butter smooth in 2013. When it opened for the first time. I'm gonna be honest, like, this year it's actually running way smoother than it was last season. It's actually way better than last season, so people still think it's rough after this season. Should have wrote it last season. Excuse me. I just feel like since most coasters these days, like most steel coasters, are smooth that we've all just gotten used to rides being super glossy smooth. So like any roughness whatsoever, it gets hit with the enthusiast saying it's rough. Well, not just enthusiast, GP like, but so like if it's not butter, people are gonna call it rough. That's just how it is. I think it's mostly because, again, that we've been spoiled with such smooth coasters. But I don't know. Apparently B&M's starting to not be smooth, so what do I know? I don't know. A coaster has to be like completely ridiculously rough for me to call it, even consider it rough. I guess I just have kind of like a high tolerance for it, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe a slight higher tolerance, or kind of a higher tolerance when it comes to rough rides, but man, I love this new keyboard. It's great. Like little pipes and such here. Man, I can't wait to see where Planet Coaster 2 goes to in the future. Like, we've gotten so much in this last year, and the game is in such a good state right now. I remember launch not so much, but like it's a completely new, entirely different game now. Like it's almost completely surpassed Planet Coaster 1 for me when it comes to content. Planet Coaster 1 still has a couple of things that put it ahead on certain categories, but everything else Planet Coaster 2 surpassed already. There's just a few things. We need more facilities. We need more shop brands and such. Like, I can't believe we haven't gotten... Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've gotten a single new shop brand since the game released. Like, Planet Coaster 1 has so many compared to Planet Coaster 2. So... Like, why don't we have more shop brands? And where's Funnel Cakes? Tell me how a theme park game does not have a funnel cake stand. Tell me how. Yeah. Makes no sense. Hey, trying to build station shells? Yeah. Sometimes I can be a little bit tedious, but is worth it in the end once you do get it down, so. I feel ya, though. I do feel ya. I don't need pathing. I wanted terrain. It's a little bit steeper than I wanted. Trying to go less steep. There we go. Is that still too steep? I kind of want to try and get maybe some paths connecting here. You know. So like this path coming up to this. It's kind of my goal. That way we have a little bit of connection here. Alright, we need a bigger frame here. Alright, where does this sit? This sits pretty close to where we want it, actually, for this spot. Actually, so you can see how we need to create a little bit of a hill from here to here. And we might even lower this a little bit. I think this needs to be lowered slightly, like the building, this part of the building. I think we're a little bit too tall. So, I don't want to move it there, I just want to move it down a little bit. Kind of like down there. That makes a little bit more sense. Building, working on terrain in Planet Coaster, or doing a park that has a lot of terrain work. It's always a challenge. Okay, so right around here, if we were around here, that's going to be a lot easier to connect. Let's turn our size down so we can be a little more precise. Try and get this connected properly. We'll smooth it over. Because there is a hill here, like a slight hill, so that's okay to have a little bit of hill edge there. Yeah, it's our floor plan. There's a lot of tutorials on how to do it. It's actually not too hard, so if you're doing recreations, very, very useful. Alright, so we're just gonna try and get the terrain where we need it here. And there is a hill connecting it into the park, so there actually is, from here to the Candy Gate, it's not like flat, it is got a hill to it, kind of connecting it to here. So it's just going to take a little bit of sculpting here until we get the right kind of terrain work. This is the toughest part, is just getting this right. Because it can be a little bit of work here, because this is all kind of built on a hill, so it's all hilly and such, so makes it kind of harder using a floor plan too, because trying to figure out where the floor plan is, and you kind of see that it's a little bit difficult to get that floor plan where you can see it at the same time, because your terrain changes so much. There we go. It's starting to get there. Just a lot of pushing, pulling, and smoothing. And then we can just conform the terrain there. So if let's go ahead and pull our floor plan back up so we can kind of see a little bit where we're at. So here's the road here that we need to connect right here. The gate is actually, where's the gate at? So the gate is right here. And then Valley Road continues this way. Okay. So we're going to need to get our road starting this way. And then off to the side is where Candy Gate is, and then the funnel cake stands right there. Don't get how people build this good. It takes a lot of time and patience, something that I don't really have. I'm really bad with patience, so I can't usually build for more than a few hours at a time before I start going crazy, so it just takes some time. As long as you're consistently working on it, though, you can get it done. Alright. Line style curve. No fixed length. And we're going to turn off angle snap. And then make sure we're on conforming. That will get us to Candy Gate, and then this path will be, we want to put one there, and then curve it around here. I don't know how this is looking because we have the floor plan in the way, so that's what gets tricky with the floor plan. There we go. And now we can kind of see what it looks like. You can see we definitely need to make some adjustments here. There's too many, like, awkward bumps here, so we need to fix that. Excuse me. Oh yeah, you can spend lots of time on just a parking lot. I can understand why people don't do parking lots. I like to do it for the realism, but I can understand why people wouldn't do them. Sometimes it's really hard to see the bumps in the road until you put the path down, so. Alright, that's much better. And then the gate will be right around here. And we'll have the funnel cake stand here. And then that will be as far as we go for this phase. Of course you play it mainly for the theme park, so I can understand why people wouldn't want to have to deal with parking lots. I usually do it for just the realism purpose, and I even go as far as making moving cars in the parking lot. For a project like this, I'm not going to be doing the parking lot, because obviously I can't fit it into the entire map. So, yeah, we don't worry about that. Excuse me. Alright, so I can kind of already have the picture here if we put that down. Let's see if we can smooth this out a little bit more. I see a little bit of bumps in the road here that we don't want. It's fairly flat around this spot, so let's make sure we got that. And then we'll just smooth the heck out of everything else. Smooth, smooth, smooth. That way we can get these paths connected. At the very least. Okay. And if we go to the stamp builder... Oh gosh. What are you doing? What are you doing, stamp builder? Why? Why are we... Might have to go with a different approach here. Probably haven't really fledged out the the terrain right there. But we do have a path that connects now. I would love to go to the UK and Thorpe Park and Alton Towers. Trust me, I would love to go out there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the stamp builder. I know I have conforming, but when I come over here, it's freaking out. I think it's trying to go to the terrain underneath it, not on top here. I think that's what's going on here. Like, it keeps trying to go to the underneath the terrain here. See, like, because it's like fine up here and such. If I like did it right there, like it technically works. I think it's trying to. This makes sense. It's trying to go down to this terrain here. So what I probably got to do is we got to get all this terrain filled in here. Let's go size and intensity. Basically fill in all the terrain spots here. Have this all filled in, and not like down there, basically. So if we fill this in, it might fix that issue. This is all going to be not in view anyways, so... Yeah, basically fill all this terrain in. Then we can probably use the stamp builder, or the stamp tool. Oh, careful there. There, that looks a lot prettier anyways. Even though this does go down to a valley, which we're not going to worry about right now. The terrain just is pretty crazy in this area, so... Alright. Now we're cooking. That's much better. Much better. It had a little spot there that was kind of weird. Get that snapping tool all off. Basically, I just want to fill in the empty spots here. And if we go over here, you can literally just pull these over if you have some spots not going over there. So that's basically how we're going to fill that in once we get all of it done. Alright, could probably lower this down even more. Oh. Alright, make sure that's still in the right spot. Oh yeah, Aero Suspended Coaster needs to come back for sure. Don't know why it hasn't. It's definitely one that needs to come back. 100%. That's kind of a popular one that they, for some reason, took out from 1 to 2. And it seems universal that people want it back in the game. Excuse me. Okay, Wilderness Church. Trying to see if I can see it better. It's somewhere over here. You can't really see it because of the trees. Did I put this way too close over here? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. Caps locked on. It is. Let's see if there is any good textures that would be good for the Wilderness Church here. I feel like the wood plank's probably going to be the best bet, but I guess maybe the wooden wall, depending on how it looks like when you recolor it. You know what? We'll do this. Ba-dum. See ya. Alright, have a good night. Thanks for joining. What are you doing? Gonna have to do some weird stuff here just to get this excuse me, to work. But it works. As long as it does work. not centered. What the heck? What the heck? Killing me. Bro, I've been sick for months. Not just when you join chat. I've just always been sick. That's why I haven't really been streaming much. Too big. You think I sound terrible today? Today's a good day so far on my cough. Today's actually a good day. If you think today sounds bad, whew, you haven't heard it, man. I'm actually happy with how my cough's been today. First time I feel like I've actually not be dying. But I'm at the point where I'm just like, I'm not gonna let it keep me from streaming and doing my thing anymore, because otherwise I don't know when I'll be back. I'm just like, I just want to get back. I just want to be back without dying. It should be much taller, but basically I'm just at it. This looks awful. I'm not gonna lie, it just looks like a big box. I don't know how to make it not look like a big ugly box. Let's just keep trying to add details, I guess, and go from there. That's usually what I do. Like, until it looks good, we just keep adding details until it looks good. Even if it's, like, not accurate to the build, or, like, the actual thing, like, sometimes I'll still just go with it anyways. Not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll just add details in there that aren't actually in there, just so it looks better. there a belt end game? Oh yeah, there is. Ding. Just hold on to my bell. That's all I need you to do. I've been sick for a while. Yeah, I know. I've just been... That's me. Like, I'm not technically sick anymore. I just have a cough. Like, I feel okay. It's just this lingering cough that just won't go away, and it's like... my throat doesn't even feel bad. I just cough out of nowhere. Like, the cough just comes out of nowhere, and I don't even feel it coming. Like, it's this... the worst thing ever. Here, we'll just put a big post-it note. From the toy box, the toy box DLC. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Yep. Oh yeah. Ding. Right, now we gotta find the perfect doors here for... It is a double door. Find it. Excuse me. So sorry. It's probably obnoxious. It's just as obnoxious for me. In case anyone was wondering. Go ahead and get a manual save in here because it's been a minute. Since we did a manual save. I don't know how much progress I wanted to make on this, but I at least wanted to get back into it, even if it was just a little bit. So I'm already kind of feeling, I don't want to say the word fatigued, like I still want to stay alive and do stuff, but just more like with a singular project, if you know what I mean. That's the main thing. Whew. Alright, let's just do a quick walkthrough for those that maybe have not seen a proper walkthrough yet. Excuse me. First person. Have a great past ahead of you. It's already on the workshop. At least phase 1 is. The square is not. I'm going to be releasing it in phases. So once I get the square done, we'll be putting that on the we'll be updating it on the workshop. So right now, the current build on the workshop, I think, is just up to the hospitality house, and that's it. So from like here back this way is already on the workshop at the moment, but from this point on has not been on there yet, because I'm going to wait until I have finished this part of the section done, so, or fully done, which we're pretty close, actually, so, pretty close. See how steep this road is? A little bit on the steep side, but could be worse. This is all backstage, technically. Here's the cave entrance with J-Train's donation. And yes, we do have the entrance to the cave in here. And there's the start of the cathedral room. It's gonna look nice. Once we get all that in. Got down to the Silver Dollar City Jail. The rest of the square, Hannah's Ice Cream Parlor. The general store. We've got Wagon Works, which is a burger place. Instead, Taffy. And back into the hospitality house. Backside over here, you can also go this way as well. And then this is where the exit of the cave is, through this door. And then we're in the hospitality house. And Ozark Marketplace, the last big gift shop you walk through before exiting the park, which this is definitely like a dumbed down version, like not detailed at all inside. Excuse me. And you would exit this way. And then we have the rentals booth. And that is what we got so far here in Planet Coaster 2. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know I did a version of Planet Coaster 1, never actually completely finished it. So obviously I was further along so far on that than what we got here. But I got a better plan this time around, so to actually get stuff complete. I don't move on to the next section until I've fully completed what I'm building. So I think I'll have more motivation once we get off the square, mostly because we'll get into more exciting stuff like rides and everything. So I think the entrance and square area was like the most tedious like stuff that I wanted to get through. So now that we're pretty close to that, finishing that part of it, so we can move on to the next phase. I really want to get by pretty quickly, and that's Hill Street. There's going to be a lot of just stalls and buildings on a hill, so it might be a little bit challenging somewhat, but I don't think it will take us that long to do Hill Street. And then the following phase after that, we'll get into American Plunge and Wildfire, which will be nice. And sorry if my cough's gonna flare up again. I might get a cough drop here in a little bit. It's gonna help with that. Potentially, so. Yeah, super excited for this project. Hopefully, at some point, I'll get it done. You know, I think in January when I have a lot of off-season time, I think we're gonna make a lot of progress then. That's my goal. I think I would like to at least get all of like Hill Street and at the end of that done by through January, and I'm hoping to like maybe work on it, if not every day, but like almost every day. I think that'd be really cool. A good goal to have. But if we don't hit it, that's fine too, as long as we're still trying to be consistent, you know? I'm gonna be right back just in a minute, so I'm gonna go get a cough drop and maybe some more water. I just drank the last of my water, so BRB. Just on cue, my cough is going insane right now, so. A little bit of a coughing fit, so that's fun. Again, I apologize if it's loud or obnoxious and and such. I try to hold back when I'm streaming, but not much I can do about it. But at least I am streaming, you know? Hopefully my throat candy will help. Alright, this did not crash the last time I loaded it, so I was a little scared about that, because since the last update, it actually crashed the first time I tried to load it. Now that I got my mods back on, it did work last time, so I can share with you guys what I did. Give you guys a sneak peek, since it's been so long since the next episode, but there is progress done since the last episode. I think it's actually, I'm almost ready for another episode, footage-wise. So far, so good. Yeah, I think we're good. You can see there's roller coaster track in the background. And the Viking section. Very early stages, but very, very cool. Trying to get the theming off the charts here. This coaster's gonna fly through the land, so in and out of everywhere. Give you guys a little sneak preview. Why not? Of an incomplete coaster. All a work in progress, of course. Hooray. That's pretty neat. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be really cool when it's all said and done. Hey, welcome to the stream. But again, I know if you did have mods already onto the game, the last update did kind of mess with those a little bit, so make sure you have the latest version of each mod, because they had to update the mods to work with the new update, so... Because the older mod files actually crashed the game, so... That's something I had to learn pretty early, so... But I pretty much got all my mods that I need back on, so... Just, minus the CTRs. I think the CTRs were having the biggest issues, so... But it's going okay. Still fighting this really bad cough that I have, but... See how the queue line's kind of coming along here, going with a lot of theming. But, obviously we got an unload station in this as well. I think I was working on a block zone right here, so this would be like the first main block of the ride. Oh, so do you have mods? Yeah, go ahead and uninstall all those mods. Take them off of your game. And get rid of all your mods and go back to the Coaster Sim Society and download the latest stuff. Same if you got like for at least for the CTRs. I know the CTRs are what were causing issues, but they also had update files, I think, for a couple of the other mods potentially too. Just download the latest ones. That's what I did. I just redid the latest mods again. Latest. Basically uninstalled all the mods, put them back on with the newest ones, so. I still can't get the CTRs to work. So like the Intamin Hot Racer and such like that. Those still crash the game for some reason. When I try to place them down. The game will still run, but like as soon as I go and find it and click on it, it crashes the game. So I'm not sure if that's still an issue somehow, but or if I installed it wrong maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a new version of some of the mods, so make sure you have those new versions. And yeah, I was having issues at the beginning too, so the ASCE, I did redo those. I don't think ASCE is. There's a new Forge. You have to get the new version of Forge though. Like that one, for sure. I know 100% sure that they had to have a new one of that. The ASCE, I don't think has a new one. I reinstalled it just to be safe, but I don't think that one has a new one. I think that one's still fine. But Forge Utilities, yes, needs to be redone. There's a new version of it that came out that works with the new update. So, and those are that's mainly for the CTRs. But again, I still can't get the CTRs to work. Personally, I'm still working on that. So I got to figure out the CTRs things. Not that I really used the CTRs all that much. I mean, I like the Hot Racer CTR, and I think there's a Vekoma one as well that I would have liked to have as well, but besides those, I never really had any other CTRs. But but yeah, and if it still doesn't work, try and reinstall some of the new ones. I would uninstall them, make sure your game works without them. That way you can for sure know that it's your mods that are kind of messing with it. So yeah, this update had a lot of issues with the current mods, so they had to create some new some updates for those mods. And I actually had to play the game without mods for a little bit. The only main mods that I use are the No Limits mod and then the Too Much Scaling. The main two mods that I use. I also have the no entrance pieces as well. For some reason, sometimes they still pop up on like priority, I think. Sometimes like the priority entrance still has it. But I hope you can get it working, because yeah. Definitely mods have caused crashes. But that's a little sneak preview of where I'm at on that project, so. In case anyone was wondering. Oh yeah, I forgot I downloaded Toy Box World, which is the one that they showcased. for the DLC. If I have a hot racer in a park, can I still use the park? If you can get the CTR to work, yes. If you can't get the CTR to work, then probably not. It will probably crash your game when you open it. Again, I haven't like fully figured it out or looked too far into it, but I couldn't get the CTRs to work. So that's something to kind of note. But if you can get them to work, perfect. I have to go back and figure out why they're not working for me, even with the updated ones. Now, if you have one from the old one, I'm not sure. I'd hope it would still work. You love Time Traveler? So do I. I love Time Traveler as well. Have I ever opened this? Bar Jimmy full experience. It's like something I've downloaded, but I'm not sure if I've ever actually opened it. The full experience. That's beautiful. It worked, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you got it to work. I'm glad I could help you with that. Mm. Ah, skin, kind of like dead skin on my thumb. It's weird. Sorry. I was like messing with that for a second because it was bugging me. I have opened it. I told you to get it 6 months ago. I don't remember this. Probably because it was 6 months ago. I vaguely like remember this a little bit, but order food here. This is so incredible. Like, I wish I was this good at interiors. You know what I'm saying? Like, like look at this. That's incredible. Wow. It's got restrooms in the back. Play sequence. Oh. Play the master. We got like an outdoor bar. Let's go. Live entertainment. Even though the live entertainment's kind of a statue. And we've got Bay 1 and Bay 2. Could do some like virtual golf. Alright. And we have real golf. Oh, it actually animates. That's cool. Luke. Alright, now you can't do it while it's paused. That's what was going on there. Dunk. crazy stuff, man. Is there a sequence over here? I want to play music. All your stuff. That's cool, though. So cool. Oh yeah, you guys remember Thunderwave? Let's head to the workshop. Why not? See what's in here. Always gotta check it once in a while. Make sure I'm not missing out on something cool. These are all recent stuff that just got uploaded. This claw machine. You guys think we'll get hotels back? Like a revamped version? Christmas shop. Another building. Anthurian. Nice. Look, it's like Coca-Cola freestyle machines. Fancy. Alright, so let's do rating in the last week. That looks really good. I don't know why there's an exclamation point. Oh, the size is big, I'm guessing. Is that what it means? I see Hogwarts in the background, so it's gotta be good, right? Ooh. I need to get on these lists. I need to be featured. Max Stormcloud. Restaurant. That's cute. Whoops, I didn't mean to download that. Toy box coaster. Festival stage, nice. Discovery Tower, wow. Why don't we go check out Movie Park? I feel like I've seen something on it before, but I'm not sure. Hopefully we can load it, no problem. Looks pretty big. I'll probably head out after this, though. Again, trying to ease my way back into YouTube, not push myself too much. I still might work on some videos later, actually. Try and get some more content out to you guys. My goal is to try and start staying consistent and then try not to push myself too much. Probably be back streaming Tuesday, Wednesday when I'm off again, so we'll see. I never make guarantees because it just kind of depends on how I feel. But thank you guys so much for being a part of the stream, being here, being with me. Even though I know I'm not the most entertaining at the moment. Gosh. Increíble. Look at this. You got Harry Potter. Got coasters that go through it. That's pretty cool. Man, that's so much detail. Wow. Is that the... Look at that. There's rides on the inside. You're telling me there's interiors? Oh, we got the Great Hall. Looks like a queue line for a ride. Ooh. There's a full queue line, by the way. Jeez. You need every bit of this queue line, actually. It is a coaster. Assuming there's nothing inside at the top there. This is pretty cool. It's a new version of No Track Limits. I don't think there is. I think the main issues they had were the CTRs. I don't think there was a new version of No Track Limits. I still uninstalled and reinstalled the latest, but just to be safe, but I don't think there is. That bridge, that's so cool. Because we got the invisible pathways, which help a lot with that. Perfect, this one's just got back into the station. See you soon. Auto save. Picture. That's cool. Oh, we're in the Chamber of Secrets. Looks like we got a turntable. We're gonna go backwards. Is that supposed to be the basilisk? We're not done yet. Spiders. Hey, we're in classes now. Hey, confetti, we did it. Nice. Flying forward angle. Oh, did they theme that car up? Look like it. Oh, that's cool. Nice. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of building. Lots of building. I haven't really looked over here that much. Oh, autosave. Looks so cool though. So cool. Drink more water. I should be doing that. Ah, much better. I need to finish this tilt coaster. Like, I'm almost done with it, so. But I never finished it. I don't know why. I'll just say it. I'm lazy. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm lazy. Hot Racer's working? Sweet. Yeah, I haven't got mine to work. I must have done something wrong with it. Like, the game loads and everything, and it shows up in my coasters. But, like, when I go to click to place one down, that's when mine crashes, so. I must have reinstalled something wrong. Potentially, I'm not sure. I'll have to reevaluate it. But alright guys, thank you guys so much for joining tonight. I know I didn't get much done or do much tonight, but again, I'm trying to work my way back into this, so bear with me on that. And I hope you guys still had a good time. So we'll be back hopefully very, very soon. I'm hoping to maybe start streaming again Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around there when I'm off. And then January, I plan on doing a ton. So thank you guys for your support and your patience with me as I have been trying to get through the sickness and illness. So your patience has been very much appreciated, and I'm trying to get back into things. So even though I'm still not 100%, so but I don't want to abandon you guys. So but I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys have a great day and cool tomorrow, guys. See you guys next time. Thanks and goodbye.